Hi, this is Greg McIntyre, founder and managing partner of McIntyre Elder Law.
Hi, Brenton Begley, partner with McIntyre Elder Law.
And we are looking for attorneys. And we wanted to talk about our story. So thought the best way for us to attract the kind of attorneys that are great attorneys to work with us and at McIntyre Elder Law is for us to talk about our stories.
That's right.
And talk about what we do every day. So, when I started out as an attorney, Brenton, I feel like it was a rough road.
Yeah, I can imagine. Once you, just pounding the pavement at the courthouse, taking anything, right?
Like,
You're taking everything, anything, and
please
everything.
hire me. Like I had a sign around my neck.
Yeah.
We'll do legal work for food. I was married, young. I'm still young, but I had a wife, 2 children.
You still have a wife.
Still have a wife. We have 6 children, and I worked for another firm. I did a ton of real estate. I always wanted to know that the firm I worked for was committed to me.
Right.
That's something I didn't really feel like I got early on in my legal career. I feel like many legal jobs are set up to benefit just the firm and not the attorney.
Right.
And not develop that attorney. So I always wanted to create something different with our firm.
Yeah.
And we have. So yes, I was grinding it out, doing a lot of different areas of practice for this firm. And I always I thought that I would pick and focus on the thing that I liked the most, right? And that found me. And that's what I did. I ended up, I've done a ton of trial work. I remember at the end of one year feeling extremely exhausted and wiped because I had done, just trials that took weeks and weeks, and we had a lot of great wins that year. I'm like, I'm rich, but I wasn't. At the end of the year, looking at the bottom line, we'd spent out almost everything we took in, and I said there has to be a better way to set up a law firm and a legal career, so that I can really build a business and really have retirement. And not that I'm ever looking to retire, because I'm really not. I hope I'm doing this for the rest of my life,
right?
Literally. But there were a lot of years like that where I'm grinding, I'm trying to figure it out, and I feel like the legal world, the world probably in general, is a tough place.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to find your place in that world, what you're good at, and how you're financially viable for a firm or for yourself. All those things are considerations. I was lucky enough to grind it out, to work through some of those issues, to find a business coach I could bounce ideas off of and really start developing a business plan to build a firm to meet a legal need for a part of the population that was growing.
Right.
So that was a business decision also,
right,
to even convert and just do estate planning and elder law. But, when you came to work with me, we wanted to provide stability, but also provide the ability for you to excel both in your legal knowledge, career, but also management skills, and to be able to make the money that you wanted to make.
Right. Yeah, just you mentioning kind of how you started out brings me back to, what I did starting out. And the law in general is a very kind of lonely profession. Even if you're with...
It can be.
Yeah, it can be. And the thing is that it's good that it's hard, because I attribute a lot of my success to really embracing the challenge. I feel like I breezed through college, you know, I was a political science major. I wasn't taking like advanced chemistry class or anything
Sure.
like that, anything super hard. So it was all stuff I was interested in, stuff that was pretty easy. And even though I was interested in law, you get to law school, and it's a challenge because it takes discipline, it takes real effort, it takes that grind, and that grind does not end after law school. You have the bar. It doesn't end after the bar. You have the legal profession. And so I attribute a lot of my success to embracing that. But I think that if you join a firm, you want to, you know, join a place that is going to, you know, you're going to be challenged. It's not going to be too easy. You're not going to have you're not going to be coddled necessarily, or kept from doing, you know, really cool things, like kept second chair for years and years, you know, or you're running around like an intern. But you also don't want to be hung out to dry and not know what you're doing, especially when you're sitting down with clients and trying to help them out. So you want to strike a balance there. And that's what, you know, when I came on, I found that we were able to do that, strike that balance, really have a good mentorship and learn everything I needed to learn, but at the same time, do things that are challenging, do things that are scary, like going to court, doing trial, things like that. I mean, you get nervous when you do that for the first time.
Sure.
We do it the second time. We do it the 100th time, right? But it's incredibly rewarding. And thing is, you know, I see now where I came from. We really have grown this firm. I mean, an incredible amount, from one office here in Shelby to 3 offices: Hendersonville, Shelby, Charlotte. Having, you know, fledgling offices to having full-fledged offices with, you know, fully staffed with paralegals, you know, receptionists, attorneys in each office, just really killing it. And that's something that we've been able to do together since, you know, I came here, something that you had built the foundation of, that we really kind of jumped in and just, you know, took off. And, you know, I look back to where I started, kind of where I was going.
Mm-hmm.
I look back to where I started, and I was like, you know, I just knew at some point, you know, if you embrace the challenge, you can become something. But, you know, I really didn't have anything when I came in. You know, I really had, you know, just, you know, I barely had a vehicle.
I said you showed up in
a beat up truck with a
beat up truck with like Tom Sawyer. You had like a stick with like your clothes wrapped in it.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, and just, you know, what I love about
what I loved about your resume, Brenton's resume had that he was a gym rat on it, by the way, which I thought was impressive, which showed me that he cared about physical fitness. And after I met him, I knew that he was committed to discipline and to bettering himself, right? Which I am too, always. So, you know, you've made it to partner, and you're man, a true partner to me. I mean, we do real estate investing together, do all kind of things, in a short period of time. Has it been 3 years?
4.
4 years. Yeah, almost 4 now, right? It's been 4 now. Okay, so 4 years, but you've been my partner before, you know, not just yesterday, right? For a while now, but it was because you came in. You know, I think to be an attorney, to be successful in a firm, especially our firm,
right,
we have a great opportunity set up for associates to come in and make good money.
Right, absolutely.
To make their own way, to be entrepreneurs. I've heard it called intrapreneurs, where you're an entrepreneur within a business, right, inside a company.
Yeah.
I mean, you're because I feel like some attorneys, they really are entrepreneurs. They just want to go out and try to hang their own shingle. The problem is you don't know what to do. You know, there's a lot to that. Okay. There's a lot that goes into managing this firm.
Yes.
And developing the business and marketing and everything else. There's just a lot of hats to wear. And I feel like attorneys at a certain level have a tendency to do that. But then you see attorneys, and, you know, I think about executives in all the corporations in the world, the tech companies, you know, Google, Apple, you know, big banks, Wall Street, things like that. There are a ton of real go-getters that work for firms or for larger firms, right? That kill it, in Manhattan. Harvey Specter, right, is a great example. But
the real life,
the real life attorney, Harvey Specter, yeah. But in our firm, we really do want people who are entrepreneurs, who are also loyal, right? Who like camaraderie,
right?
Who like to work together and better themselves.
I think the big thing too is we're not looking for an associate to do grunt work, and
we want someone who wants to come in and run a practice.
Yeah,
that's what I want.
Yeah,
I want somebody who's better than me.
That's right.
That's the only thing I want to hire.
That's right.
If that is humanly possible, okay? Yeah. And I know it is. Right. That's what we strive to do.
Yeah.
I mean, we want to hire attorneys who are better than us.
And can really make an impact. That's the thing. Is
for our clients.
As much of an impact as you want to make. I mean, I think the hardest thing, being an intrapreneur, mm-hmm. right? Joining a big firm, something like that, or joining a firm in general, there's a lot of small firms that do this too, is your upward mobility is capped. Mm-hmm. What we do is we bring an attorney on, put them in an office where they can run that office, and automatically they have unlimited upward mobility. Mm-hmm. Right? Because
if there was a ceiling, mm-hmm. we would figure out a way to remove that ceiling.
Yeah,
or expand the pie.
I'm sure if an attorney came to us and they're doing a great job, they're making a huge impact in the community that we put that office in, and they're like, man, I want to expand. I mean, we would sit down and figure out how they can expand or get what it is that they want. But you start with your own office, mm-hmm. your own clients, and you grow it from there. And the more you grow, the more business you bring in, the more you make. And so really, you're not capped in your upward mobility, and you're not capped in how much you can make. Which
agreed.
Both things are incredible, I think.
And I'm just taking it as a given that we care about our clients, that we want to do an amazing job for our clients. Right. I mean, that is number one. The legal work has to be amazing, right? We want to do amazing legal work for clients, always. But there's more to it than that.
There is.
To being a successful attorney and having a successful law career.
Well, what we found in
legal career.
And what you can find a lot is you can find really good attorneys out there who are
incredibly
smart and have a really good aptitude for legal work.
Agreed.
However, if you're missing the ability to run an actual business, manage individuals, manage conflict, run systems that are put in place that, run an actual
manage your life.
Yeah, manage your life.
I mean, that's where it starts.
Have just a minimum level of discipline to be able to, show up to work every day in a good mood, healthy, good mindset.
And lead your team. Whatever team that is, whether it's one paralegal or whether it's an office full of people.
Well, what it does when you're the lead attorney in the office, it shines a spotlight on you constantly. And it because you're the leader in that office, mm-hmm. everybody looks to you. And so if there's something you got going on in your life that keeps you from being a leader, effective leader, keeps you from being someone that they can look up to, a mentor to your team, then it's going to be instantly, shown, right?
That's right.
It's going to be.
So you have to be accountable and responsible, accountable to yourself first.
Right.
And that's where the discipline comes in. So, that's why I thought the gym rat was actually an amazing thing to put on a resume.
Right.
Because, that showed me you had discipline, that you were going to try to stay healthy. Right, those things are so important. I mean, that's the foundation. That's I don't know. Being healthy during your life and being consistent with workouts translates to everything in your life, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a huge foundation.
Yes.
I mean, to me, that's super tangible. Right? But it is that's a little bit of things you think of that you might that companies don't traditionally advertise for.
That's why it calls it the intangibles, because
Yeah.
it's we can check off the box like, oh, great GPA, great
Right.
work experience, blah blah blah.
But if you sat in a room your whole life and all you did is absorb casework, and you were incapable of dealing with a client or communicating to a judge or a jury or another attorney, that would not be a complete person, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Those skills rarely translate to the actual running of a business.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why many attorneys who try to hang their own shingle end up joining another firm or keeping it very small or having
just stay small.
Success.
Stay small. Yeah.
Success.
Yeah. Their whole careers. Yeah. Right. It's just, in the legal world, what is it? Swimming with sharks. I love that term. It's really what you're doing. There's a ton of competition. There's probably 100 lawyers within a few miles of where we're sitting right now. But to be successful, to run a good business, and to run a good business translates to doing good legal work for your clients, because you have a team, you have staff, right? You have a nice office, you have the things that you need you have systems in place, right? Even legal research software, or the access costs a ton of money. All those things run on money, and you have to understand that. So I think to be a successful attorney period, or how about to be successful at any business? I don't care if you're a dry cleaner, a ditch digger, a plumber, or anything else. You have to be able to understand not just the plumbing, but also your clients' needs and dealing with those clients, and how you fit in a business, a plumbing business, and how that can scale and how you can scale your income.
Right. Giving someone responsibility is one of the best ways to shore up their character and bring them into, bring them to the level you want to as a leader. The more responsibility, if they embrace that and they actually take it on, it can be really effective. And let me give you an example. If you put someone in an office like we would an attorney we brought on and have them lead a team, and the attorney is instrumental to earning money for the business, which is a big deal because the business doesn't run.
Sure, there's pressure there.
The thing is too is that you understand that it's your responsibility too to make sure that you do good work for the clients, that you make payroll for your staff, you train your staff, you hold them accountable. I mean, as an individual, you can come in just a ball of Play-Doh and mold yourself into just something really incredibly strong. I mean, that's how I felt. I mean, when I came in with a decent amount of legal knowledge. I had to learn a lot. We did a good job of training, mentorship, shadowing, that sort of thing. But as far as, managing, leading people, I mean, I failed a lot at that, and that's okay.
I still fail at that.
Yeah, I still fail at it.
It's a work in progress.
But the more responsibility I had, the more fulfillment I had, because I was able to, embrace that, understand what it means to be, a manager, a leader, a lead attorney, then a partner. And, that's one of the more fulfilling things that, about this job, even more than, the amount of money or the types of cases and things like that. I mean, it's fulfilling to help people. It's also fulfilling to lead people, And the other thing is that what a lot of people are missing in their lives and jobs and things like that, why people feel like they get stuck in some type of corporate grind or dead-end job, is a lack of autonomy. That's the other thing. And that's a big complaint about associates joining law firms, is that they have this lack of autonomy. And, the higher-ups don't listen. And they have a lack of ability to lead, make an impact, and make big decisions. And I mean, I understand how that would be a frustrating thing. You feel like your potential is capped at a certain point unless you're part of the inner circle.
I think that most of the time, though,
Uh-huh.
realistically, I mean, think about that. Even in a, top 100 firm or something, right? You're in Manhattan, Tokyo or something, right? Most people cap themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real. Most people cap themselves.
Yeah.
They don't exert themselves. If you come in a firm and you excel and you bring in clients and you grow your business and help that firm, really help that firm, win cases, you're going to excel. You're going to fast track. Yeah. And that comes from personal discipline, from a personal yearning to learn, to keep learning. And I mean, it doesn't mean that you're a lone ranger. You're working as a team, right? I mean, you're working with another team of people, your team, the other attorneys. I feel like that's the opportunity here, and it has been for a long time.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I think, the point I'm making is that you have less autonomy starting out. It's nice. What I liked about, joining you is that I felt like I had autonomy instantly. And, I had much more of an impact than I would have had in a different organization, maybe a larger organization or a different culture organization. And it would have taken, a different route with maybe some type of politics, some political game, things like that, which, we don't.
I don't have time for that.
Yeah, we don't care.
There's no place for that here.
Yeah.
I don't have time for it.
It's a meritocracy.
Yeah, it's a meritocracy.
Yeah.
Exactly. And, would you say that you've excelled after coming to work with me? Yeah, yes. I would say so too. Yeah. And we want a really, really amazing people at our firm at every position, including the attorney position. We are hiring for the attorney position. And if you think you would be a good fit at McIntyre Elder Law, we are hiring for our offices right now. So give us a call. You can call 1-888-999-6600, 1-888-999-6600, or I believe you can apply on Indeed. All right. So thank you. Have a great day.